Hello everyone, this is just a quick recording of Hanno's speech to the Carthaginians. This is directed towards my Year 12s. I hope that you're having a lovely break. This is because I think that that quite often Livy is popular in Unseens for the VCE, and this is a relatively good story of a sort of unseen length. So, without further ado, let's go through here. I just wrote this up for you. I hope that you're all having a lovely break. Here's the main passage. This is from Book 21 of Livy. I suppose it would be Ab Urbs Condita, but this is actually the war with Hannibal, the famous information there. This is the background to the story then, is that Hannibal has been besieging the town of Segesta, and this is actually what started off the Second Punic War, the town of Saguntum. This is what started off the Second Punic War. Hannibal has been besieging this town. The Romans are therefore going to come to the aid of this supposedly neutral territory. Hannibal's enemy in the Carthaginian Senate is this man Hanno, who is making the speech, who is urging the Carthaginians against this war because he believes that it is going to lead to Carthage's destruction. Let's begin. Now Hannibal, nunc Hannibal. Now Hannibal ad movet is moving his war engines, Vineas Torres, literally his engines of war, his war engines and his turrets against Carthage, Carthagini. Carthaginis moenia quatit ariete. He is quatit, he is shaking the moenia. Find your subject. There is no nominative there, so the subject is within the verb. Quatit, he is shaking the walls of Carthage with his ariete, with his battering ram. Ruinae Sagunti, the ruins of Saguntum. Falsus utinam. Do you remember when we were looking at this form of the subjunctive? Utinam, would that I am a false prophet. Incident, the ruins of Saguntum will fall upon nostris capitibus, upon our own heads. And susceptumque cum Sagutinis. And the war, the bellum, the war, susceptum, the war started with the people of Saguntum. Habendum est, that is a gerundive, will need to be fought. The war will need to be a passive verbal adjective here, will need to be fought. It shall have to be fought, it shall have to be had here. It will need to be fought with the Romans. Dedemus ergo Hannibalem dicet aliquis. So, therefore, ergo, ought we to surrender Hannibal? Aliquis, someone will say. Scio, I know meam auctoritatem, I know indirect statement here, I know my own authority in this matter to be light. Propter, on account of my hatred for his father, my enmity with his father. Sed et Hamilcarem, but I was happy, laetatus sum, but I rejoiced that Hannibal perisse, another indirect statement, that Hannibal died then, because here we have our conditional. If he were living, we would now have a war cum Romanis with the Romans. Hamilcar is Hannibal's father, his very warlike father, the father that, if you remember, moved Hannibal towards the sacred oath of forever hating and fighting against the Romans. And I odi ac detestor, and I hate and despise this young man as a furiam, as a rager and an inflamer of this war, of huius belli. You'll notice I'm just rushing past the Latin bit so I can get involved with the English translation. You don't need me reading through all this bit, I don't think. Very boring. Next bit. And now this is a very long sentence, so you've got to go right to the end. Ego ita kenseo. And I thus advise, and I advise in this way. Not only that, and I thus advise not just that he dedendum, that he should be dedendum, surrendered as a piaculum, as an atonement. This is sort of piaculum here, meaning a sort of religious act of sanctity, but as an atonement of the ruptured treaty, of the rupti, of the broken treaty. But sin nemo, if no one gives him up, that he be devehendum, that he be transported into the furthest shores of the sea and the land of the world, and that he ablegandum, lots of gerundives here, it's good, this is why I wanted to do this during the holidays, lots of good preparation, lots of good practice of the gerundives, and that he be banished to that place, ablegandum, and that he be banished to that place, unde, from where, nec, neither his nomen, neither his name, nor his eos fama, nor his news, nor reports of him, accedere, approach us, come to us. And that he not be able, and he will not be able, possit, and he not be able sollicitare, to stir up the situation, the statum, the order of our quietae, of the peace of the city, of our state, and that he not be able to stir up the order of the peace of the situation of the peace of our state, that he not be able to, yes, I think that's fine, I keep on repeating the same thing, and that he not be able to disturb the peace, I suppose, of our state, or the situation of our peaceful state. Anyway, I hope you're having a lovely break. I'm going to keep on putting in some new unseen's as and when I get the chance.